Alright, hello and welcome to Season 8, Episode 5, Hunter's Haven. Ooh. I have to say, when I saw this one, I definitely immediately was like, okay, this one looks like it should be pretty good for Mario Paint. I'm feeling it. It's gonna be a good one. I feel like last week's I was not very happy with. At the end, I feel like it was like okay, but I didn't love it, really. I think this one has a lot more potential. So we'll see. We'll see what happens, I guess. We'll have to see. I think just like the palette of this one will work pretty good for Mario Paint. But like always, we'll have to see. We'll have to see at the end of it how it goes. I see this gray for this guy though. I'm like, okay, that's easy money right there. That's super easy money right there. Let's especially here, I want to definitely brighten that up a bit. Maybe bring back in a little more yellow down here. Boom. And look at that, we kind of got some like layers going on with like the clouds there. Got some formations going. Ain't that just beauty? Ain't that just amazing? Maybe get like a little bit darker right there, a little bit brighter right here. You got up just in time? Oh, like, was it like a Mario Party minigame and you had to get up within a time limit? And you got up before the time limit ran out? Pausers? Bob Ross did this one yesterday? Did he actually? That is actually kind of insane. I did not watch... I don't usually watch the Bob Ross Twitch stream these days. Just in case I get spoiled on a future... on like the next painting or something. But I don't know. I guess I also just been out of the loop of like watching it. Because I had like a long arc of like early on in the Bob Ross Twitch era where I was watching a ton of it. But it's been a while since I've really watched any. How are you today, G? And Justin, good morning. Mario's Bussy Monday. Mario's Bussy Monday, indeed. You know, speaking of Mario's Bussy Monday, something that I am keeping my mind open for to maybe get myself to start on it sometime soon is actually playing through Sly 3. I was thinking about it again today. And I was like, kinda wanna play Sly 3. Kinda wanna play some Sly 3, not gonna lie. Do I watch the ending of Sly 2? Because I don't really remember what happens fully. I kind of remember, but I don't fully remember. Anime with the boys on stream. Open parentheses. Sly 2 ending. Close parentheses. It was like peak where I had to climb up out of bed before the fog rises. Ooh, yeah, I got you. And then I saw Toby post that there's like a big like Black Friday Steam sale that's going on between now and like December 2nd or something. And I checked my Steam wish list and I was like, damn, nothing in my wish list is on sale. Let's go. So I think I've talked about this a few times, but a game that I'm interested in playing, a rare footage of me being interested in playing a new game, is called Dispatch, and it's, I guess, my understanding is that it's kind of similar to like Telltale games, where it's like actually like a story-based game, and like decisions you make in the game like actually matter and affect the game and how your game like plays out. And one thing that I saw about that game that I thought was pretty neat was that there's like a section of the game, I don't know how much of the game, so I watched like a little bit of gameplay of it on a stream, and I saw that there's like a section that feels very board game like to me. And I like that. I was like, this literally feels like a board game right now. I'm gonna be honest. With how like this part, like this gameplay section works. I like that. I think I'd enjoy that. And yeah, I've never played a game like that, so I think it could be interesting. And I like the art style and such. Skittle helped me and Kendall get our Isaacs updated. Oh yeah, you guys didn't have Repentance Plus, did you? Which, it's a weird one, because yeah, like you have to like install it as like a separate DLC. You don't just like get it automatically if you have Repentance. Because yeah, I was confused when I started playing Isaac like again, like 2 months ago or so. I was like, why don't I have like the things that I'm supposed to have? I was confused. And then I forget like if I just figured it out or if I had to like look it up. Because, yeah, it definitely wasn't very intuitive, personally. The base model for the Steam Deck is also on sale. Gonna ask Anna if she wants to go half and half on it for her brother for Christmas. What about for me? Where's my Steam Deck? That I probably wouldn't make use of very much, so don't buy one for me. If you're my Secret Santa, don't buy one for me. I mean, I wouldn't hate if I had a Steam Deck, but I'm definitely... Don't give me one. That could be hype though. You love to see it. Oh my god, Vince! Vince is in ads. Hey, hello, ads, Vince. Yeah, I don't see myself as somebody who would play many games on a Steam Deck. Even like when I was a laptop user before I had a desktop back in the day. I mean, I guess I still have a laptop, my shitty ass MacBook that sucks ass. I was never one to like sit and like lay in bed and like game on my laptop or anything. I think I remember like a couple times as a kid I would be like sitting cross-legged on my bed like playing Minecraft on my laptop, I think. But I was never one to like lay in bed fully and be like, ooh, I'm gonna game on my laptop while in bed. It wasn't really a me thing. I'm looking forward to hear from Vince once he's out of the ads. Cracking the window open slightly. I forgot to bring the fan down here with me. Oopsie. Has Anna's brother been like talking like, oh man, I really want a Steam Deck, but it's like $8 bajillion, but now it's only like $1 bajillion, so. Pause champ, maybe? Alright, no ads for Vince now, potentially. Pausers? Alright, hey, welcome back. What's good? Well, on Saturday, we got Skittle set up with a second monitor on their computer setup upstairs because the way their desk setup was, like, we couldn't have a second monitor up there, but now Skittle does. Because y'all know, like, you shouldn't have your PC on, like, carpet. So Skittle had their computer just sitting on, like, the desk. But with how big their main monitor was, there wasn't any room for a second monitor. So, and I suggested this. I was like, maybe we can go to like this hardware store nearby. Maybe they'll have like some wood that we could just like yoink from them. And I guess on Saturday morning, my dad did indeed go to the hardware store nearby and just like got some like free wood from them. And I'm like, yo, I was right. I said it. I was like, they probably would have just like some free wood. So yeah, now it's chillin'. Over the last like week, Skittle has gotten a mic arm and now has 2 monitors again. It's kind of funny though because like Skittle's main computer monitor, it's like, I don't know if it's a 32-inch, but it's a really big monitor. And then like the second monitor is like a kind of like standard like 21-inch monitor or something like that. Like it's a pretty normal size monitor, but it's like in comparison it looks so tiny seeing it next to it. Are we getting Hangout % ever again, Vince, or do we have to wait for a while? We should have hung out last week at some point, but I don't know if you've been like just kind of chilling, not really going anywhere. I'm like, damn, are we getting robbed of our hangout time, blubbers? Due 4 days ago. Sheesh. Well, I imagine it's like, at this point, expected like any day now. I'd assume. Jane saw our baby doctor today, and they said if that baby hasn't dropped by Saturday, we are gonna induce you and force it out. Sheesh. I mean, if it's for the Bez, then okay. You're the doctor. You're the doctor here. I guess they're supposed to know what's good. They also said that the baby will probably drop before Saturday. Oh shit. Where are we dropping, boys? Anybody else here born early? I was born like a month early. Fun fact of the day. In case anybody ever wants a fun fact, that's a fun fact. It was like a month early, apparently. Wait, I'm kind of cooking with this one right now. This is gonna be a good painting. This one could sell in an art exhibit for at least 6 digits minimum, I'm thinking. New mixtape or baby being dropped first? Well, shit. I think you could probably drop a mixtape first, honestly. If I had to guess. I'd believe in the Vince mixtape dropping first. How's the program you're using for Mario Paint saving your drawings? So on the cartridge, I guess I'm gonna show it. There is this little robot you can click, and you can indeed save your drawing. And when you hit the save button, well, here, check this out. It does this. You get a banger. But you can only save one drawing at a time in Mario Paint, so I just, on OBS, which is like the streaming software I use on my computer, I like just will screenshot the window and then save it to like a folder in my computer. So I have like a folder that just like contains all like the Mario Paint drawings. But you get this crazy... save function that this game has. I forget if it's for saving or loading a drawing in Mario Paint, but one of them, you can like make a canvas in a way where, like, I guess you basically just get like the airbrush tool and you just like spray colors across the entire screen with like every color. And I guess you can make a drawing that has so much data in it, the game either can't save it or it can't load it. I forget which one it is, but it's like, I think when you try saving or loading it, it just like crashes the game instead of saving it properly. So that's tragic. I've never tried it, but I saw like this like one account pretty popular called Supper Mario Broth, which is just like this like Nintendo account that posts like random like fun things. And they post about that at some point, like earlier this year, I think, where it's like, yeah, Mario Paint, you can do this thing, blah 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 blah, and it's too big for the game to handle. And I'm like, dang. Hey, Prak. Yeah, Vince at home. He's waiting for a fucking child. Oop, boom, a child. That's what he's waiting for right now. If I'm actually watching a task and you're just commentating over the task. if you want an actual real story, there is a old Majora's Mask record. I think it was like any percent or something. It was probably any percent or 100%. I forget. But it was from this runner Enop, and he, I guess, got like a record offline. So what he did, he like streamed the video and just like pretended he was playing for like the entire time. And then at the end, he was like, yes, my controller's been unplugged the whole time, by the way. And it was usually like, yep, I wasn't playing that whole time. I've never seen someone do that before other than that instance. Which I've never watched that video in its entirely, so I don't know if like, if the whole time, if he was like actually reacting like, oh yeah, like, oh yeah, that was really good, or ah, dang, fuck that up, whatever. Like, if he was like actually commentating, like he was like actually, you know, playing the run out. Also, I'm gonna have not nearly enough space for this lake at the bottom here, so my condolences for any lake enjoyers in chat. I am like super not gonna have enough space. How are you, Prack? How was your weekend of not hanging out with us blubbers? Did you have a good time? Yeah, I was sailing in RuneScape, and I raided, and I got DoorDash. Prack, probably. Honestly, the trees, they're kind of cooking. For me, just taking the green color and just moving the mouse back and forth and it working. And Vince just at home chilling. Feels good. As God intended. I feel like my Prack and David impressions, I feel like are pretty high tier, in my opinion. Because Prack, you just kind of have to like, ugh. Butter, ugh. Like, that's Prack. And then David's just like, guys. Yeah. I was playing with what do you think? Yeah, dude, guys, Genshin's just so good, guys. Vince, what do you mean you don't like Genshin? That's David. The Kendall one needs work? What do you mean the Kendall one needs work? What is that supposed to mean? Prack's not here. He left. Blubbers. He's like, ugh, butter, I'm working. I love David. Shout out to David. Even though he doesn't hang out with us actively these days, he actively avoids hanging out with us. Confirmed. Because I said so. But you know, he was playing Peak the other night for like the first time in ever, and he didn't invite me to play? Like, what the fuck? And then when I invited him to play with us like a few nights ago, he... Oh, god damn it. He never replied. I'm like, this bitch never hangs out with us anymore. I should probably go like, yeah, boom, and then, yeah, that's good. And we'll just. Yeah, which one's David? I already don't remember who he is. Skittle, what should we get for dinner tonight? We have to like actually we have to do we have to go get things? We could do pot stickers. We do have pot stickers, I think. I mean, that's like the only thing we have, unless we do like eggs and buckwheat noodles again. What are y'all having for dinner tonight? Do you guys like plan your dinners like in advance, or do you just like does it become like 6 p.m. You're like, all right, what am I eating? You're too ill to think. That's like Prac, but Prac's like, I'm too gay, butter. What would fix you, Skittle? Some Osmos, maybe? Is that what you need to be healed? Some Osmos with the boys? It's me, the boys. Tiramisu. Alright, let's make some tiramisu tonight. Or get it from somewhere. Maybe Max can drive up and he can make tiramisu. What has Max been up to? I haven't heard from Max in a while. A mysterious man he is sometimes. It's hard to know what he might be up to. What if Vince stopped typing because the baby started coming? What if that's why Vince hasn't typed in a little bit? But anytime Vince is typing for more than like 5 minutes, I'm like, damn, he's been here for a while. Cause like Vince is someone who I don't associate with someone who like is on Twitch very much, but then there's just times where he's on Twitch much, and then I'm like, whoa, Vince. That's definitely, I don't know if I like pinched a nerve or something. It's like getting better, but it's like for like a week or so, like right here on my right hand, it's just been like sore, kind of. Like it doesn't like hurt if I do anything like in particular, usually. Like if I'm like grabbing the mouse or like cause pain. Like I don't know if I like just like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what the hell I did. It just like is hurting randomly for some goddamn reason, and I'm like, bruh, why? Why are we doing this? Very anti-hype, if I had to put it one way. Very unhype. Okay, am I just chopping off this like bottom right island entirely? Like I straight up just like don't have space for it at all. Like, there's like no room for it. I'm gonna have to just like have the tree maybe just like come in from like the corner here or something, and like that'll be good enough. Because yeah, there is absolutely no space for it, unfortunately. As tragic as it is, we're just gonna have to go with it. It's honestly been a while, I feel like, since I've had to like just straight up like ignore an element in one of these paintings. I feel like I usually end up like having space for it, but this one I just don't. There's just not much I can do. Not much I could do unless I just wanted to restart the entire painting and try again, but that's not worth it. It's absolutely not worth my time to do that. Unless we get like 200 subs right now, then I'd consider accidentally bumping the reset button. There is like a tree back here. Very like light tree. Let's like do this, I guess. I don't know, this just feels like a clump of color over here, like low-key. There's just kind of things happening. There are definitely things occurring in this painting. Your wish list has some juicy deals, Skittle. Anything you're gonna get? Question mark. You know, I know everybody here at some point in time had... Oh, you said no? Fuck. I skipped over the no part. I know everyone here, though, at some point in time had an arc in their life where it would be like, oh shit, a Steam sale. I need to buy a bunch of games, regardless of if I'm going to play them or not. Can confirm that that was me. Back in the day, I did that with a bunch of games I bought. Because it's like, oh shit, a Steam sale. And it's like, well, it's only $5. Never played it. I have so many games in my Steam library like that at this point. Yo, Shaggy. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. You know, I'm gonna be crazy. I am going to, check this out. I'm gonna go over this with a bit of white. You might ask yourself, why are you doing this? Well, because now, when I go in with this, it'll pop a bit more. It'll just pop just a little bit more than what it would if I didn't add that. You used to add everything to your wish list for Santa Claus. I'll never forget not getting Shadow the Hedgehog for Christmas. RIP. That is a rip, for sure. Not getting Shadow the Hedgehog. Look at how small my cabinet is. Oh my god. It's so petite. Spend a whole day without electricity. I am glad that power outages are not very common these days. I am very thankful for that. Shouts to the time, like, last summer, there was, like, some huge, like, Rogers outage. Rogers being a big, like, phone and internet company up here in Canada. I'm pretty sure they're, like, equivalents to, like AT&T or like Comcast, where it's just like, you know, they're like everywhere, it seems like. Or, like Verizon. I think we have Verizon in Canada. I think maybe. Actually, maybe we don't. I don't know. But they had some giant outage. Like last summer, and it was awful. It was just like one day, like a whole ass day without internet, and it was so bad. It was definitely like a moment of like, damn, so many things in the modern day like rely on internet. There were like a ton of stores that were just closed because it's like, oh, like our like debit like service, like, you know, needs internet to function. And it's like, oops, we can't use internet, so we can't get people to buy things. That was a really boring day, I remember. I remember nobody was around to hang out, coincidentally. Like, I was like trying to see if I could hang out with someone IRL. There's nobody to hang out with that day. It was so bad. The mods were asleep during Bob Ross stream the other day because one chatter like ruined for the meme, but then was like, actually this count was shit. What the fuck? I still remember this one time a couple years ago on Bob Ross stream that we being me and Jaw, we're just trying to talk in there, just have a normal, like I forget what we were talking about, but we were just talking about something, and like some actual like shithole Redditor tier mod, just like I was like timing us out and whatever, like delete our messages. I'm like, bruh, we're just trying to fucking type it here, like, what's your problem? It was so weird. I forget I can read Spanish. If it helps, I can't. Yo, Owl, good morning. How's it going? Horde son. And our little cabin, it's so like tucked away in this one. It's like flushed away, but tucked away. Running errands? Oh my fucking god. That's a giant love that, actually. Running errands with the boys. It's you're the boys. Okay, check this out. I don't got room for this bottom island here, so I am just going to have the tree. I'm gonna like, we're gonna do remix. I'm gonna just have the tree do this. Boom. It's gonna come in from the corner. Am I getting crazy? I'm doing Bob Ross remix today. Yeah, fuck it. We're gonna have our tree branch be a little wiggly up there. It isn't really, like, it's not really that much, but I think, like, it's something that, like, it like, low-key adds something to the painting. Without being too, like, much of a distraction or anything. And given the circumstance where I ran out of room. It's Black Friday, trying to prepare for that, but you figured out what you're making for the coworker potluck that day. Are you saying fuck it, making a dessert anyways, even though you said a bunch of people are making desserts, apparently? The only thing stopping you from making another dessert is you. But I guess also being at the potluck and having more than just desserts would be kind of nice at the same time, so that's valid. Being like, okay, oops, desserts. Someone's bringing in tiramisu, someone else bringing in brownies, someone else bringing in tres leches cake. Damn. Okay, who doesn't love brownies? Brownies are so good. I think brownies can be kind of dangerous, low-key, with how good they are. Ah, shit. Hmm. Are we done with this one? Oh, wait, Ebo, hey. Ooh, that's a good back rock. Am I done with this painting? I mean, I don't know what else would I add to this. I don't know. Low-key, I think I could make these little branch things here, make them like this color maybe instead. They kind of like just blend in and don't really like, they're not really noticeable. I think that looks a bit better. Question mark. But I don't know. I think I'm just done with this one, low key. 46-minute painting, done. Yeah, we're gonna call that one done there. So hope you enjoyed this one, even though it's missing a little bottom island segment, but that's okay. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.